I sat here and prayed about, okay, should I press this button or not? Should I record or not? This video about this topic. It's not even a big deal. To me, it's a big deal because I know how the internet can be, you know. However, I'm gonna make sure that I'm clear on my part. So, I'm a mom of four. I took my children on vacation and we went to Atlanta. And we left on Sunday, which was the 21st. And I had to make sure that we left early enough so that we can go to church. I wanted to go to church. I am a digital disciple of 2819. I also tune into other churches every now and then, or just nothing and just have my own Bible study with the Lord myself on Sundays. So I had to make sure that we went to church. So we pulled up. I really did not know what to expect. I wish I would have kind of looked at some TikToks before I got there because I really didn't expect to take a nice little trike up the road. Probably about um, total from the parking lot up into the front, up until we met the steps or the entrance. Um, Maybe like point 0.3 miles. I think that's fair to say. Point 0.2. I'll give it that. Point 0.2. I wish I could look it up. I might look it up. Okay. It's point 0.2 miles. Um, so it was about a 4-minute walk to get to the church. Now I had four of my children, 8, 6, 4, and 2. I did not bring the stroller for the 2-year-old. So he kept up. I definitely commend just the body of the church for real because of so many people that's coming in and how they had to have, the entrance and security and everything. Like, that really takes an operation. Like, it really takes a team, a body to have all that running. You got the officers, you got the people checking bags, you got the greeters, you have people, the custodians. It was a mess that ended up happening, and then you have ushers and everything. And once we reached the sanctuary, I was relieved because I was so ready for my children to sit down. Of course, praise and worship is always phenomenal, no matter where you go. I love praise and worship, and it doesn't matter where I'm at. But praise and worship was a great experience, and it was a little bit distracting for me too as well. Once we got to the sermon, Pastor Eric brought the word, and it was a little bit distracting because my children were just misbehaving. Oh my goodness, just it was a struggle. Um, Me constantly saying, stop doing that, stop, sit up, shh, whatever. Then I have to take my two youngest ones to the bathroom, and then I come back, and then my 6-year-old said he had to use the bathroom. I'm like, yeah, why you didn't tell me this when I got up? So him and his my 8-year-old took him to the bathroom. I told him to ask the people up front, and that's what they did. And they came back, and then just during, like, my 2-year-old, he was getting restless. It was hot in there. I will say that it was hot. I mean, the Holy Spirit did overcome me. I'm shouting and praising the Lord. I'm sweating, and then I'm like, shoot, I can't cool down at one point. So I had to bring out a baby wipe and just start patting my face and cooling my neck off because it was like a wet wipe. And I was like, oh, it's hot in here. You can't feel like you can't do too much because, shoot, it'll be just compounded. About to pass out, and you done caught the spirit. So it was hot in there. Um, and then I do appreciate, my children was just acting up and everything. I ended up leaving service early. I, I am glad that I did that because I didn't want to deal with the traffic of people with my children and them trying to keep up. So it did work. It did work out that way. At the moment, I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, I want to get the word. I can access the word from no matter if I visit a church or I become a member or whatever. I'm gonna get the word, and I was like, y'all are making me miss the word. Y'all should be listening too, of course. But I didn't know about the children's church. I didn't know how that went. I didn't know if we was late. What, I don't know, because they just kind of led us on into the sanctuary. So I didn't know, and I did at that moment. I wish that I had like one of those church mothers that come up and be like, "Come here, baby, let me." They'll may take my girl, and my girl sit with a church mother, and or my boys may sit with a church mother or something. Just it's a church mother there to just be supportive with a single mother with children and everything when they see the children is just being rambunctious. Didn't have that support. However, it was cool. Same time I did, because there was a church staff security member. He was on the front row. I was like, it was the front row, then it was a row in front of me, and then my row. So I was on the third, and he was in the front. And when my boy, when he would, the security guard would, I mean, of course, people were hearing me and seeing me. Then I'm having to pop my kids and all of that. So people were seeing me and hearing. So the guy, he turned around and he was just staring. And I know my son was looking, but I knew the man was looking or whatever. And he looked for a little bit, and I appreciate that though, because it did, like, my 6-year-old, he don't like nobody looking at him, especially when somebody looking at you when you acting up and he know that he was acting up. I appreciate that because that did help. It did help. So that was my experience, and I enjoy the experience. I would definitely go again, if I had more information on children's church and things like that when it's offered, whatever case may be. Because there were other children in there as well, but I know for me, my children, they do enjoy children's church. They have experience with children's church. They're not used to sitting in the main sanctuary, but I enjoyed it. And again, I commend and putting in that things in my prayers as far as just the staff and the body to be able to run it, the leadership and all of that. Like, it's like it's huge. It really is, and I know it takes a lot. Like, I commend the staff. I commend the leadership. And I pray that the Lord continues to bless 2819. And I hope to visit soon again. And I appreciate y'all having me.